Alright guys, so here's where I stand on this project. I started working on these calipers Friday afternoon. It is now Monday morning, and just last night I finished getting most of the powder coat off. I didn't even get all of it off. There is still some powder coat on the backs that you won't see. I'm not too worried about that. I did get the fronts and the tops that you will see very good, so I should be good. I just don't have enough energy or care in the world to continue with these. I don't know what process Brembo uses for attaching their powder coat, but it's virtually indestructible. I've had these soaking in powder coat stripper for 2.5 days, in addition to scrubbing them with wire brushes, using power tools, using Dremel tools, and there's still some areas that it's still stuck. So I actually went through 5 different layers of this powder coat. I don't know why, but it alternated from black, gold, and then I had a clear coat. So I'm kind of done with the paint stripping. I don't see it causing any issues when I add the powder coat. If anything, it might bleed through a little bit and show, a weird dark black color or a gold color or something like that. But again, it's on the back of the caliper. You're never going to see it when it's installed, so I'm not too worried about it. Now, to make sure that none of the powder coat stripper or any of that got inside my calipers, that would be very bad, I actually left my pistons and the old dust boots here and the seals in place. The powder coat stripper actually deformed the dust boots, which is fine. I'm not reusing them. I'm rebuilding these. But just be aware of that. You can damage them with some chemicals. So the other thing is I just removed the bleeder valves now after I stripped down everything. And I removed the bleeder valves and I went back and got the little bit of paint that was behind those. But obviously I wanted to leave those in place for the same reason. The back area here, this plug where your brake line goes, I just used one of these silicone plugs in here and that sealed that just fine. So I didn't have to worry about, any kind of paint stripper or anything getting inside my calipers. At this point, what I have to do is remove my pistons, remove the dust boots and the seals and all that so that I could clean them up, prep them for paint, and then start spraying them with powder coat. To do that, I have a screwdriver. I have a few different picks here, and I'm going to use air pressure to pop the pistons out. So all these pistons will pop out, and I also have 2 little pieces of foam. Some guys use a piece of wood or something like that. This foam is very thick. This is the same stuff that I built my rear diffuser out of. So I'm just going to set these inside my caliper like this, and that will allow me to pop out the pistons without launching them into each other. When you're doing this, you obviously want to have eye protection, and I'm going to start out with a low pressure so that these don't come launching out, because they can, and they can cause damage. You don't want to have your hands in here, obviously. So that being said, I need to disassemble these. Note, I'm not going to split these. It should be perfectly fine. On these style of Brembos, they get baked from Brembo as one piece. If you've ever seen one, you know that the bolts have powder coat over them as well. There is a crossover seal in here, but it should be fine. I am going to bake these at about 400 degrees, maybe 380-ish. So I think it's going to be okay. I shouldn't have any issues with that.
I didn't think we could fall in love. Broken from the start, chained to our past. We had closed hearts.
take me away from home. Show me all the places I've never known. And we'll chase the night, race all of these broken dreams in flight. And we'll fly. Oh, we'll fly away, away, away. Yeah, we'll fly. Oh, we'll fly.
So now that I've removed the pistons, the seals, and the dust boots, and I cleaned everything up with this painting prep, I need to mask off the areas where I don't want powder coat to get into. That's going to be these bleeder valves here, the ports, as well as the inside where my piston is and the brackets that hold my pads in place, because if I don't do the brackets, it's just going to chip. And on the back, I have these silicone plugs that fit in this hole, and that should be good enough for that.